lived a handsome prince with a gloomy face, for he did not have a bride. Oh, he sighed, alas, and he pined, alas, but alas, the prince couldn't find, alas, who would suit his mother's bride. For a princess is a delicate thing, delicate and dainty as a dragonfly's wing. You can recognize a lady by her elegant hair, but a genuine princess is exceedingly rare. On a stormy night to the castle door came a lass the prince had been waiting for. I'm a princess lost, quoth she. But the queen was cool and remained aloof, and she said, perhaps, but we'll need some proof. I'll prepare a test and see. I will test her thus, the old queen said. I'll put 20 downy mattresses upon her bed. And beneath these 20 mattresses, I'll place one tiny pea. If that pea disturbs her slumber, then a true princess is she. Now the bed was soft and extremely tall, but the dainty lass didn't sleep at all, and she told them so next day. Said the queen, my dear, if you felt that pea, then that's proof enough of your royalty. Let the wedding music play. And the people shouted quietly, hooray! For a princess is a delicate thing, delicate and dainty as a dragonfly's wing. You can recognize a lady by her elegant hair, but a genuine princess is exceedingly of this story. I sing them all. This is the prettiest, but it's not quite accurate. I happen to know the true story of the Princess and the Pea for the very good reason that I was there. It was a small kingdom, ruled over by a talkative queen and a mute king. The princess in the true story was not the only girl tested. Actually, she was one of 13 girls who came to the castle hoping to wed the prince, but for one reason or another were found to be unsuitable. As a matter of fact, on the day I arrived in court, they were testing Princess number 12. A curious quiz was in progress.
Are you ready for the next question?
I guess so.
Good. Next question concerns your famous rulers. Are you quite ready?
Uh-huh.
Good. Name 3 kings. Is that clear?
Yes. Would you repeat the question, please?
Name 3 kings.
May I take the third king first? Well then, 3 kings are...
Is this a trial?
No, it's the royalty test to determine if she's a true princess.
King John, King Arthur, and...
Does it matter if she is a true princess?
Oh, yes. If she's a true princess, we can all get married.
King Ethelred?
That is absolutely correct!
She's smart, Mama. She's the best one yet. Can I marry her now? How can I, Mama?
No, sweetheart. There's still one more question.
This test isn't going to be fair. It's the law that isn't fair.
Law?
Marriage law.
Throughout the land, no one may wed till Dauntless shares his marriage bed.
Dauntless?
The prince, until he gets married, none of us can.
You have now reached the 7th plateau. Here is your final question. Concerns a famous knight known as the Knight of the Red Cross. 4-part question. 1, what was his name? 2, what beast did he slay? 3, how many rows of teeth did the beast have and what were they made of? And 4, what was the middle name of the daughter-in-law of the best friend of the blacksmith who forged the sword that killed the beast?
1, St. George. 2, the dragon. 3, 12 rows of teeth and they were made of iron. And 4, would you repeat the question, please?
Now, what was the middle name of the daughter-in-law of the best friend of the blacksmith who forged the sword that killed the beast?
The middle name.
Middle name.
The daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law. You have 30 seconds.
Oh, pass. Please, please, pass.
Do you speak, my lady?
No.
20 seconds.
I wish her success. She is a pretty little thing.
10 seconds.
Oh.
Get me sorry.
Oh.
Time is up.
Too bad, my dear, too bad. You do show a certain aptitude, but as for the true brilliance of royalty, I'm afraid not. Remember, blood will tell, and yours didn't tell us quite enough. However, to show you there are no hard feelings, we have a consolation prize. Goodbye, good luck. Get out! Oh, Doctor, sweetheart, stop crying. Now, don't dilly-dally. It's time for your cocoa.
It's just absurd. I never heard a test so difficult to pass.
Alas, alas, is what I lack, alas, alas, alas.
Throughout the land, no one may wed till the shares is where we tread.
The lonely spinster's life.
Go and get the prince a royal wife. We have an opening for a princess, for a genuine certified princess.
Tell us when you intend to end this dilemma we're in.
Well, the ladies give off big for living in sin. We have an opening for a princess, for a beautiful butterfly princess.
Where's the beautiful bride who'll right all the wrong we've been shown?
The ladies are having any fun.
What to do?
What to do?
What to do?
What to do?
Getting the ladies in waiting.
It is a gentleman too.
4,
6,
8,
10, 11, 12 contenders in a row. Ding, ding, they were tested.
Then swiftly requested to
Oh, the trumpet
certified.
sound the fight. Go and get the prince a royal wife. None of the ladies are having any. No one is having any. No one is getting any. closely. I have a perfectly plain piece of parchment. You know the snow-cuts, folds, creases, concealed pockets of any kind.
Pardon me, Tartman.
Ah, just
But I must take the minstrel to the castle steward to sign in.
This way, please. I'm on my way to Normandy. I won't be staying long.
Chester. Now, kid, just because your old man and I were in show business together, don't get on my nerves. Don't call me Cardamom in court. Come down to my chambers.
Closer, Harry.
Closer, then.
Oh, my darling, you missed the test.
Oh, sweet Larkin. My new responsibilities as chivalric knight of the Herald keep me busy.
The latest princess was a failure.
No.
Yes.
Bad luck. But don't despair, we have plenty of time. If a true princess is not found in the next few months, I'll go out and find one myself. For I don't deserve to wear my spurs.
Darling,
My love.
do you remember the royal joust on Whitsunday when you won those spurs?
Of course.
You were called Sir Harry, the fairest and bravest knight in all the land.
Right.
And everybody said you had a brilliant future ahead of you. That you might someday become Lord Chamberlain or even Prime Minister.
Well, I don't know about Prime Minister.
Do you remember the picnic we all had on the greensward with the lovely cold pheasant?
Yes.
And you and I wandered away from the others to climb the hill and watch the sun go down?
Yes.
And the lark was singing in the sky, and you said you'd remember that moment forever because the lark song reminded you of my name?
Yes, Larkin. Yes.
And then we watched the sun go down.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to have a baby. So you see, a princess for Dauntless must be found. And soon, for I shall have to go away somewhere. Oh, darling, this could ruin you, and you'd never become Prime Minister or anything. Just say the word, Harry, and I'll go far away. I'll go far away where they'll never find me. Just say the word.
No! No, you'll stay here. Why should you suffer your whole life just because you had one moment of weakness?
Oh, Harry.
We're none of us perfect. Yeah. Everything's going to be all right.
Thank you, Harry.
It won't be long, it won't be long. It won't because it can't be long before our dreams come true. Because you know I don't belong, and furthermore I shan't belong to anyone but you.
In a little while, just a little while, you and I will be 1, 2, 3, 4. In a little while, I will see a smile on the face of my son to be more rare. Her hand in glove is the way I have it planned. But I'll only stay in love if I'll come and take your hand. In a velvet gown, I'll be coming down the aisle, and it's bound to seem as though the waiting's only been a little, in a little while.
Have you any idea how soon, my love?
November.
November?
My time is at a premium, but soon the world will see me a maternal bride to be. I know I mustn't worry, Harry, still I wish you'd hurry, Harry, Harry, marry me.
In a little while, just a little while, you and I will be 1, 2, 3, 4. In a little
son.
Yes, Mama.
That's better. Sextoness! I've told you once, I've told you 100,000 times to stop running around and playing these foolish games in the halls. It just isn't dignified. We are the rulers of this kingdom, and if we don't set a proper example for the rest of the court, I'd like to know who will. What is the point of being a ruler if one doesn't behave as a ruler should?
Mama,
Now what?
Mama, when am I going to get my princess?
Thoughtless, I don't want to discuss that right now. It's time for your cocoa.
But Mama, sometimes I get the funniest feeling that you don't want me to get married.
Don't want you to get married? Don't want you to get married? Don't you trust me?
Of course, Mama.
Well.
But sometimes
Why would you say such a thing? I want you to get married. How many times have I told you I want you to get married? Just this morning I said to your father, Sextoness! I want this boy to get married. It just isn't normal for a boy your age to stay single. I said, don't forget that. He's next in line to the throne. We're not the oldest people in the world, but we're not going to live forever. And I just know I feel much better, much easier, more relaxed in my mind if that boy were married to a princess. And that is absolutely exactly verbatim what I said to your father this morning. But he didn't say anything. He never does. You know him as well as I do. You know how impossible he is. But that's my cross of pain. I don't want you to worry your head one little bit about the fact that your father and I don't get along and never have. If he makes me miserable and makes me suffer, I'll just have to put up with it. I don't want it to affect my child's attitude towards him or me. He may be a mean, stupid, rotten, selfish, dreadful man, but he is your father and you should respect him. There's only one person in the world that really cares about you, that really worries about your health, your happiness, and your future. And that's what we're talking about right here, is your future. I want to make myself absolutely clear. I want you to get married, but I don't want you to marry just anybody. Marriage is a lifetime partnership. I don't want to see my little boy make the same mistake I did and wind up miserable the way I did. You're a prince. You must marry someone suitable. Someone who's good enough, fine enough, smart enough. For my good, nice, sweet, beautiful baby boy. She must be a princess. I mean a real princess. That's one thing I absolutely insist upon. That she's a real, genuine, bona fide princess the way that I was. That's what you want, isn't it? Somebody just like me? Of course you did. Yes. God, if I were only 20 years younger. Remember, you must trust me.
Your Majesty, Your Highness.
hello, Harry.
Don't interrupt. Ow. Well,
Sir Harry wishes to speak to you, madam.
well,
Madam, I have the honor to request a parent's favor. I wish to search for a true princess. A princess of royal blood. One who will suit both your highness and Prince Douglas.
no.
Mama.
No, no, no! We've been through all the eligible girls in the neighboring kingdoms. We're just going to have to wait for their little sisters to grow up, and that will take years.
But madam, I plan to head north, over the mountains.
Over the mountains.
Yes, and across the Badlands.
Ha! Across the Badlands.
Into the marshland, where the beautiful swampwood grows.
Into the marshland. Are you out of your mind?
Let him go, Mama. Let him go.
You won't find anything there but frogs, tadpoles,
Mama!
and thieves. You know what the weather's like there.
Mama, please.
You know how damp and foggy.
Mama.
Quiet! Humid and oppressive and
Mama, let Sir Harry try. Please. Please.
all right. Well, go then. It's your sinus.
Hooray!
Dauntless, come along. It's time for that cocoa.
Oh, good luck, Harry. Good luck.
Don't be afraid, little Larkin. I'll bring back a princess who is not only a real princess, but one who will be able to pass the Queen's test.
I believe you. I'm not afraid.
And I shan't be away long.
Only fly as fast as you can, my love. We shall be waiting for you.
We?
You know.
Oh,
And wear this.
next to my heart.
In a little while, just a little while, you and I will be 1, 2, 3, 4.
In a little while I will see your smile on the face of our son to be. Forever hand in glove is the way I have it planned. But I'll only stay in love if the glove contains your hand. In a velvet gown you'll be coming down the aisle, and it's bound to seem as though the waiting's only been a little, in a little
Sir Harry's perilous journey took 3 weeks, and the Lady Larkin had all but given up hope that he would return with the true princess. Then, one sunny morning in mid-April, when the crocuses were just beginning to dot the meadows, the lookout in the North Tower spied 2 distant figures approaching at full gallop. The alarm was spread. Sir Harry is back! Sir Harry is back with the new princess! Now let's see. How did that part go in the original story? On a stormy night through the castle door came a lass the prince had been waiting for. That, of course, is utterly untrue. It didn't storm that night. As a matter of fact, it wasn't even night. And the princess, well, the princess only looked as though she had come in from a storm.
Mama, look! She's all wet! Actually, I swam the moat. But never mind, if I just stand right here, there's a nice draft. I'll be dry in no time.
You swam the moat.
We tried to stop her, but she wouldn't wait for the drawbridge.
You swam the moat.
She seemed determined to arrive as soon as possible.
We had to get a rope and pull her out.
You swam the moat.
All right, I was a little anxious. My friend Sir Harry, he's still out there. He told me I had an opening for a princess. Any princess. I figured the early bird. Anyway, here I am. Who's the lucky man?
Hey, naughty, naughty, is it you?
Hey, naughty, 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 no.
Hey, naughty, naughty, is it you?
Hey, naughty, 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 no.
Hey, naughty, naughty, is it you?
Naughty, needy, noonie, naughty, needy, naughty, noonie.
Someone's being bashful. That's no way.
wishing for a mate.
I'm gonna look in every
She's
brook.
gonna look in every brook.
But how much longer must I wait with bated breath and hook? Wow, that was wonderful! And that is why, though I'm painfully shy, I'm insane to know which, sir. You, sir?
Aye, sir.
And who, sir? Where, sir, and when, sir? I couldn't pretend, sir. So let's get this done, man. Get on with the fun, man. I am one man.
You swam the moat.
Did she ever sing anything else except you swam the moat?
Why don't you ask her yourself?
Do you expect me to believe that you're a true princess of the royal blood? I'm excellent to understand that you have the nerve, the gall, and the presumption to apply for my son's hand in marriage.
Mama, may I say something?
No!
Okay.
Do you think for one moment I didn't consider you suitable to marry any son of mine? Well, you're laboring under a very unfortunate misapprehension, my dear. My son isn't going to marry any moot swimmer. Not while I have a breath in my body, and I have not been well, not well at all. I get these shooting pains in through here. And don't try to tell me they're the vapors. I know what the vapors are. I've had the vapors.
You are new here. Watch closely, closely. I take a perfectly plain piece of parchment here. You see? Don't cut stuff. Don't see. I got so many times.
This is my house!
Please.
You're the one, I guess.
Sure. I'm Prince Dauntless the Drab.
Well, glad to have met you.
No, wait! Please don't go. I like you. Everybody does. Well, almost everybody.
Well, Dauntless, I'd like to stay here, but I wouldn't want to come between you and your mother. So I guess I'll just face the facts, cut my losses, and head back to the swamps.
But I really like you.
You do? Why?
You swam the moat.
Dauntless, I know I swam the moat, but that's not the real me. I'm not like that. Actually, I'm sorry. Just in the moat again. Are you all right?
Do you want to see her swim, Mama? She's wonderful.
Yes, isn't she?
I like her, Mama. She swam the moat. Twice. Can I marry her, Mama? Can I?
Marry her? Of course not. When you marry, if you marry, you'll marry a true princess.
Announcing the arrival of Her Royal Highness, the Princess Winifred!
You're a little late. She's been here and gone.
Gone?
Swimming home. That's Sir Harry's, no princess.
Ah, but she is, Your Majesty.
What?
That one. You jest.
On mine honor as a knight, I swear she is. I have her papers right here. Look. Winifred, Princess of Ichamkill, guardian of the Midgard Serpent, and warden of the Wagnerot Marsh Lily. The inscription on her family crest reads, Tune sine manus, sed contra adentio iter.
What does that mean?
Roughly, if at first you don't succeed...
Never mind!
You see? She is a princess.
She is a princess!
At least a test. Mama, for me, please.
She'll have a test. The wizard and I will put on our thinking caps. and give her a nice fair test as we always do. And I'll prove to you that girl cannot possibly be a princess.
Get her out of the way! This is her leg!
We'll test her for...
That's not my leg!
We'll test her for sensitivity. She'll have her test, and she'll fail like all the others. Fair and square.
Fail what? The royalty test.
Every princess suing for my hand must pass a test to prove she's a real princess.
What kind of test?
Oh, it's always highly secret.
Well, we'll worry about that later. Right now, I'd better get out of these wet clothes.
May I show you part of the castle on your way to your room?
Sure.
You're awfully nice.
You're nicer.
And you're good looking, too.
You're better looking and nicer, too.
Well, you're a better swimmer.
Oh, Your Majesty, Sir Harry is back. Oh, yes, he is. And he's brought us a sweet princess. Have you seen her? Neither have I. But I am sure she's as delicate as an orange blossom. And I am to be her lady-in-waiting. Sir Harry arranged it. Isn't he thoughtful? He arranged everything. Oh, I'm so excited.
Well, I wanted to follow my father's footsteps. But then I landed in Jester job. What's wrong? You're worried. About what? A lady. Which lady? 2 syllables. First syllable. A bird. Some kind of bird. Bluebird, catbird, dove, eagle, finch, grouse, hawk, ibis, jay, lark, martin, lark. Lady Larkin. Lady Larkin. Small word. 2, dove, and, and, Lady Larkin and. A knight. Which knight? Sir Harry. Dust. Sounds like dust. Sounds like dust. Must. 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 Must what? Must. You're gonna start over, right? She's in trouble. What kind of trouble? Big trouble. How many syllables? The whole thing. Whole thing. She's gonna have a baby. Does anybody else know? Sir Harry. Does anybody else know besides Sir Harry? Well, don't worry, Your Majesty. We can keep a secret. The question is, can you? We know you can't talk. You can't talk, but you manage to communicate. You certainly do. We have only 2 voices among us, and yet there's a third voice, a voice in disguise. You'll be hearing a trio and not a duet if you listen with both of your eyes. Kindly, with both of your... We produce a unique and remarkable blend when we raise our 3 voices on high. We're in perfect accord from beginning to the kitty and the minstrel and I. But if one of our trio should ever depart, then the others would languish and die. We're like 3 different people with only one, the king and the the sky. Or when we go in swimming, we always go. The king and the jester, the king and the minstrel. Oh, the vintner makes wine from the grapes that he grows. 20 barrels were lost last July. Where they went is a secret that nobody but. Oh, the cook claims she's missing one chocolate cream roll and a fish that was ready to fry. Guess who's dining on pastry and filet up? Sing hey, nanny, nanny, hey, nanny, nanny, dee-do, let them all crash us a clash on the. Is this said of our king that his morals are loose, but the queen is much worse on the spot? Oh, what's good for the gander is good for the. Say the king and the jester, the king and the minstrel.
I don't have enough trouble trying to protect my only son from every catch-penny princess that comes along, but now I'm surrounded by thieves. Yesterday the wine cellar was looted. The day before that the pantry was raided. Who can I trust?
Well,
nobody. Not the king, not the jester, and that new minstrel bears watching. And now I have one of those princesses to cope with. I'm in no mood to sit in a stuffy chamber for hours and rack my brain over a test for her when I'm not feeling well. But if that's what Dauntless wants, that's what he'll get. She'll have her test.
Well, her papers seem to be in order.
I know. And the worst part of it all is that foolish boy actually seems to like the girl. We're going to have to think of a test that looks fair, sounds fair, seems fair, and isn't fair. When you thought of testing her for sensitivity, I would have applauded right out loud. But exactly what?
Table manners.
Now that's not good enough. Sensitivity? Sensitivity, sensitivity, I'm just loaded with that. In this one word is the epitome of the aristocrat. Sensitive soul and sensitive stomach, sensitive hands and feet. This is the blessing, also the curse of being the true elite. Common people don't know what exquisite agony is. Suffered by gentle people like me, just get your hands off me, think from the drinking, that's what I'm wretched, most swimming princess.
Now, madam, may I suggest? Now, maybe we ought to.
Don't take all night, I'm not well, I need my rest. Not that I ever sleep on that lucky mattress, oh God, not that. Sensitivity, pain of royalty, left as a tortured rack. Oh, I hate to sound grumpy, but my nerves are so jumpy. I am sure I would feel any lump even if it were under the mattress and slowly. That's the answer, under the mattress. We'll test her tonight. One tiny bee beneath one big downy mattress. Oh God, you're right. Any genuine princess would feel it if she doesn't. She's through. Get the tiniest bee and order one mattress. Don't make it two. 10, I think would be plenty. Better still make it 20. And the place they with the event, even that's not enough to ensure that she sleeps. We'll give her a soothing sedative, won't we? You can whip up a drink. Something stunning. Ah, but you're devilish. I love the way you think. She's insensitive, so insensitive, she'll fall asleep, no doubt. God, but you're clever, really the genius. You are divine. Get out!
boy. This old dress is just soaked.
Pardon me, Your Highness. The king wants to meet the young lady.
Why? He never wanted to meet one before.
He heard she swam the moat.
Is your father anything like your mother? Because if he
Oh,
is-
no. My father is silent.
I'd love to meet him.
Papa, this is Princess Winifred.
The king wants me to bid you welcome. Oh, and he wants me to tell you he hopes you get 100 on the test tomorrow.
Ah, well, thanks.
Well, my father never touches his crown to his heart unless he really means it.
Alas, madam, the king is mute, or he would speak for himself. But he is under a curse cast long ago by an evil witch before Prince Dauntless was born. The curse says King Sextimus will never talk unless the mouse devours the hawk.
Unless the mouse devours the hawk.
Well, can't you find a big mouse and a little hawk?
But we tried that once. But the mouse got scared and ran away. And the hawk bit Daddy.
Well, you just let me get this test under my belt and we'll figure out something, don't you worry. It certainly has been a pleasure meeting His Majesty. A short while ago, I had the pleasure of meeting Her Majesty. Now that is a nice man.
Your Highness, I think it's time to have that talk with the prince now.
About what?
Your father feels he's been neglecting his duties. And now that you're old enough to get married, he thinks it's time to have a little talk with you. You know, man's a man.
You mean about things?
Yeah.
You mean now?
Yeah. The king says the talk will have to wait a while. There's a few facts he has to look up first.
I certainly do like almost both your parents, Dauntless.
We want you to be happy here. And we know it's a lot different from what you're used to.
Well, it is a little hard making the adjustment to dry land and everything.
You must feel like a fish out of water.
As a matter of fact, I do. You see, where I come from, we don't have any dry land. Oh, some of the poorer people do, but the nobility all live right in the swamp.
Did you hear that? Isn't it fascinating?
Tell us about it, Princess. Well, I don't like to brag.
No, please.
I come from the land of the foggy, foggy dew. Where walking through the meadow in the morning is like walking through the swamps of home are brushed with green and gold. At break of day, at break of day, the swamps of home are lovely to behold. From far away, from far
Where'er I roam, the whips of fate may smart, but deep down in my heart, one thought will abide and will ne'er be forgotten, though I search far and wide. There is no land as rotten as the swamps of
Your Highness, the ladies and I would like to lend you something to wear while your garment is drying.
Well, thanks.
Ladies,
Dauntless, I have to change now.
You do? All right.
No, Dauntless. It's bad luck to see too much of the bride before the wedding.
Hurry, ladies. Can we show you the gowns now, Your Highness?
Oh, yes.
Now, this is the latest from Normandy. They do such lovely work there. A nice piece of velvet. And the window sleeves cut down to the wrist. And the fullness in back. Oh, it's really you. Doesn't she look lovely with Lady H?
stunning.
Would you like to look in the mirror, Your Highness?
Does Her Highness have a favorite color?
Well, back home we wear a lot of dark green and earth brown. But I guess my own dress there is my favorite color, raspberry. I'll tell you what, leave them all, and the ones I can't use I'll send back.
Very good, Your Highness. Ladies.
I guess I won't need you, Emily. They've already sent a girl up to do the floor. You're new here, aren't you?
Oh, yes!
So we're all here to do a job, and your job is just as important as anyone else's. Oh, dear, sweet Princess Winifred, you will pass the Queen's test. You will. Oh, Gramercy, my dear, you can't possibly clean that floor with such a tiny patch. You need a big wet rag. What's this?
Oh, that's my rag!
Use this old thing. What will my gentle princess think of me? Can you know what it means to me to be the lady in waiting to the blessed Winifred? Oh, Winifred, Winifred, what name is sweeter than that? Oh, look at this table. It's dripping wet. I'll just use this. I can't bear to see the delicate beauty of my royal mistress in such a messy place. Oh, get that, please. Quick, 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 quick.
Harry!
Your Highness?
You're what?
How are ya? Oh, get up. You don't have to go through the motions with me. Say, I'm awfully sorry about that, swim in the moat. I hope I didn't make a bad impression.
Oh, not at all, Your Highness. And if you'll just give your wet dress to one of the ladies in waiting, she'll see that it's taken care of.
Thank you. It's already been taken care of.
I see you've met my dear Lady Larkin.
You mean this is the little Larkin girl?
The very same, Your Highness.
Harry, she's beautiful and a bundle of energy.
When I gaze upon that captivating face, I realize how poor my description must have been.
Sir Harry is not very good at describing people, Your Highness.
Well, he may not know how to describe them, but he sure knows how to pick them. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to return these things to the 4th floor. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, I've never been so humiliated in all my life.
Oh, what's the matter?
I thought she was a chambermaid.
What?
A chambermaid.
Larkin! How could you mistake a princess for a chambermaid?
How could I? How could you mistake that chambermaid for a princess?
Don't say such a thing! Just because you made a stupid mistake?
I made a mistake. Don't you dare try to blame this on me.
I do blame it on you!
Well, she was on her hands and knees scrubbing the floor.
Well, she is a real lady wherever she is. And that's more than I can say for some people around here.
I hate you.
Well, I hate you too!
Get out.
Don't worry, I'm going!
Goodbye.
Goodbye!
Goodbye.
Goodbye!
Goodbye.
Well, you're the wizard. You should be able to think of something to put what's-her-name to sleep. Whip up a sleeping potion, some of that good heavy incense, and that hypnotic mirror. No, wait. The most important thing is that she's tired out first. We'll have an official ball tonight. We'll make what's-her-name dance until she drops. What can we do? You there. Do you know the Saracen Brawl? Oh, not tiring enough. I know. We'll do that new dance, the Spanish Panic. Do you know it? Well, it's the rage in Venice. Everybody listen. There's to be an official ball tonight, and I want you all to attend. We're going to do that new dance, the Spanish Panic. So we might as well learn it right now. Basic step, flip skirt, open, close, right, right, right. Well, it's just like the magic step, only forwards. Come on, let's try it. Flip skirt, open, close, right, right, run! Doesn't anyone here know how to do Spanish Panic?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Thank heaven somebody's up to things around here. Would you please watch court dancers Sir Studley and Lady Beatrice demonstrate? Thank you, Sir Studley, Lady Beatrice. Now, is that hard? Suppose we all try it. Take your partners. Preparate. A. Don't you just love it? Doesn't it make you want to fly? Whee!
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
You're frustrated? About what? All right, there's a lady, and she's walking. Then you're chasing her, and You go after her, and you missed. Again, huh? You want me to go? All right, Your Majesty, I'll give you a hand.
Has he ever had any success?
Well,
I've been here a month, and he hasn't caught a girl yet.
tell you what, Your Majesty. Tomorrow, we'll set a trap.
You exaggerate.
Not a bit. You gotta do what you gotta. Someone's coming? Who? The Queen!
This is going to be the loudest ball we've ever had. I want you to hire extra musicians. Tell the jester he's supposed to perform, and not that I'll be able to enjoy it because of my back and this strange aching pain in my jaw. God knows how I suffer.
What was she jabbering about this time? She's going to make us do something?
What?
Exercise?
Who is it?
I don't know! My lady, something the matter?
No.
Oh, we're glad of that anyway.
I was just sitting in my room sewing, and it got a little stuffy, so I thought I'd come out here and get some air.
I see you were planning to camp for a while. Did I say something
Your
wrong?
Majesty, do you have any idea what can happen to a relationship between a man and a woman? I'm glad I found out when I did. It's better this way. I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Yes, I'm leaving the service of the Queen forever.
That's a pretty big step to take all alone.
Well, I have no choice.
You're leaving forever?
Yes.
You'll need help.
Well, who would help me?
Aye, my lady.
What did you say? You want to help Lady Larkin. Who's going to help you? Me?
Chivalry demands that we protect a damsel in distress.
You say so, Your Majesty.
But she'll have to travel light, the way a man does.
That's right. She'll go as a boy. We'll steal one of Prince Dauntless's suits. We'll take this. You go back and wait for us in your room.
No, thank you. I don't need help from anyone. I can go alone.
Over the wall?
Yes, I can go alone.
You'll be all right once you get past the water rats.
Rats?
Oh, yes. They live on the edge of the stagnant ponds, just past the quicksand.
Quicksand?
Beyond the wall, which you must climb.
Slime?
It's 22 feet and covered with slime
Slime?
and infested with spiders.
Spiders?
Oh, the spiders are sweet compared to the snakes on the other side.
They won't hurt you, unless, of course, you plan to go alone.
Well, I did, but if I'd known how terrible it was out there.
Then you'll think a second thought and come with me. I know all the secret ways to get us free. Over the hills and to the open sea.
That where?
It's April, isn't it?
April?
Normandy is fine and fair, so Normandy is where we'll go.
I can show you a beach where the peach blossoms fall, and I know how to reach a man who knows a man who knows a rosy.
A friendly place with roses
queen catch you walking.
Hey, have you seen Sir Harry? He's had a fight with Lady Larkin.
Well, another bachelor. Hey, look!
Why, he's with that French girl. I hear she speaks only one word of English, but she's a real charmer.
What's the one word?
Yes!
How's it going, Harry, old boy? Oh, très bien.
After the ball, we're going to have a party on the West Parapet, just members and guests. Don't forget to bring the wine.
I'll bring a recorder, something to spread on the ground.
Harry, ask Maybelle if she'd like to bring something. Voulez-vous,
Yes! Keep it Venetian. Isn't this fun? That's beautiful. Little faster.
A clue?
I know it's highly secret, but what sort of test does she usually give?
Well, with Mama thinking up the test, it might be almost anything.
Like what?
Well, sometimes it's history.
Oh.
Sometimes it's dancing.
Oh.
Sometimes it's spelling. Sometimes it's a test of strength and endurance.
Aha!
For instance, one of the girls was supposed to lift this weight. She couldn't. I can't even lift it. But I know, you don't have to worry. I know you'll pass.
Do you want me to pass? I'll pass.
Hey, I think you're wonderful.
By the way, I don't think I ever told you. My full name is Winifred the Woebegone. But Winifred's a little too formal. You can call me by my nickname.
Winnie?
Fred.
Fred. What a beautiful name. So straight. So strong. So you. I like you, Fred. I like you.
He's just saying those words to be kind.
No, I mean it. I love you, Fred.
He is out of his medieval mind.
I'm perfectly sane and sound. I never felt better in my life. Everybody come and meet my incipient wife. I'm in love with a girl named Fred. My reasons must be clear. When she shows you all how strong she is, you'll stand right up and cheer. I'm in love with a girl named Fred. She drinks just like a lord. So come sing a merry drinking song and let the wine be poured.
You'll go through overflowing, raise the goblet high. With F and R and E and a D and an F-R-E-D, Fred, yeah.
I'm in love with a girl named Fred. She sings just like a bird. You'll be left completely speechless when her gentle voice is heard.
We'll go through overflowing, raise the goblet high. With F and R and E and a D and an F-R-E-D, Fred, yeah.
I'm in love with a girl named Fred. She wrestles like a freak. You'll clap your hands in wonder at her fabulous technique.
We'll go through overflowing, raise the goblet high. With F and R and E and a D and an F-R-E-D, Fred, yeah.
I'm in love with a girl named Fred. She dances with such grace. You're bound to sing her praises till you're purple in the face.
Bravo, bravo, bravissimo, bravo, bravissimo. We'll go through overflowing, raise the goblet high. With an F and an R and an E and a D and an F-R-E-D, Fred, yeah.
I'm in love with a girl named Fred. She's musical to boot. She'll set your feet a tapping when she plays upon her lute.
Quiet!
If we dare disturb the rest of her very special guest, she's ordered.
Quiet!
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 Please! Sheets!
Right.
Pillows!
Right.
Blankets!
Right.
Mattresses!
Right!
Right.
Right!
Hey, everybody!
Hey, Chester! Show us how!
Chester! Somebody hit that man! Get it slide down the corridor!
Never mind me!
Harry!
The Queen!
Stop! I knew I couldn't trust you, you little wretch. What's going on around here? And what are you up to? Yes. What? What is going on around here? What's under that mattress? Yes. Dead body? No. Pull that away. Well! What are you two doing here? Explain yourselves.
It's a joke, Your Majesty. This boy and I, why don't you wait outside, Lancelot?
Lancelot, wait. Lady Larkin, take these things up to what's-her-name chambers, mattresses too.
Please,
Quiet! What are you doing in that ridiculous outfit?
Please.
Silence! Why weren't you at the ball?
Your Majesty!
Shut up! What are you doing with this man? Answer me.
please.
Speak up!
I beg of
You
you.
were running away, is that it? You were running away.
Larkin!
You low-born little sneak. This is the thanks I get for treating you as my own daughter. Look at you, running away with our musician.
Your Majesty, the Lady Larkin is innocent. I'll tell you the truth. I forced her to leave against her will.
That's not
Why,
true.
you know!
Just a moment.
Larkin, what are you doing with this man?
What are you doing with this woman?
Just a moment.
You go to your room.
Don't you tell me what to do, you libertine!
Quiet! May I remind you that you're still one of my ladies in waiting. Get up upstairs where you belong to what's-her-name's chambers. Do as I say. And may I remind you, Sir Harry, you're still one of my knights. Step forward. Oh! And you, relax. I want this minstrel banished from my kingdom, and I want him out of here by daybreak.
Gladly, Majesty.
Sextimus, you go to bed. I don't want you groping all night in the dark. And as for the rest of you, listen very closely. There's a little girl upstairs that's dog-tired.
Oh, no, she said she was going to study for her test.
Well, for study, but when she goes to bed, I want it quiet. And I'm going to get quiet if I have to scream the palace down. Quiet!
Quiet. Quiet, sister, quiet. 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 Quiet, sister. History. That takes in quite a lot, but let's give it a whirl.
The first chapter is called The Bravery of Prince Waldear.
Waldear?
Young Waldear, wishing to slay the dragon Fafnir.
Who?
Wishing to slay the dragon Fafnir.
Oh, yeah, Fafnir. That one.
Takes his father's sword, Minning.
Minning?
Disguised as the west wind. He goes into the forest and surprises Fafnir in his lair and slays him, whereupon he is unable to understand the speech of birds. Meanwhile, Waldear's father, Alberich, disguised as the sacred goat, tells him that the spirit of Gunther...
Oh, yeah, Gunther. Oh, but I thought... Did you read for a page boy?
No.
You've got the wrong room, son. Say, aren't you Larkin?
Yes, Your Highness.
What's the matter?
I have a suit just like that.
I am in disguise, Your Highness. I was running away.
Oh, I see. Well, sit down and rest. Dauntless, pull up a chair.
But, Your Highness, the Queen has ordered me.
Oh, never mind what the Queen has ordered. Just sit here. Oh, sit down. Now then, what's this all about?
I'll just go out on the parapet and stand there naked and catch a chill and die, and that'll show him.
Show him what?
He'll be sorry.
Who?
Horrible Harry.
Oh, you mean big, nice Harry.
Just a minute. What did you do to him?
Well, we had a little disagreement.
Oh, so you decided to run away?
Well, he said some perfectly horrible things to me.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I guess you were right. I guess about the only thing you can do is pack up and get out. Unless, of course, you just go to him and say you're sorry. Listen, that Harry is a wonderful boy, and he really loves you. Why, we were on the road for 2 weeks, and he never laid a finger on me.
Oh, Your Highness.
Now, you just get yourself into something pretty that shows you're a girl and patch things up with him. Oh, and Larkin, try and act a little helpless. Men don't like girls that are too strong.
I do.
Oh, dear sweet princess, how can I ever thank you? If it's a girl, I'm going to name her Fred.
What if it's a boy?
You better go to bed, Dauntless. Oh, and leave the history book.
I'm positive you're going to pass Mama's test tomorrow.
slain the dragon Fafnir with the sword Minning, rescued the Princess Frigga, and together they mounted his horse, Frigga, and rode off to the castle Wunderbar, where they were married and lived happily ever after. Well, I'm glad. They all lived happily, happily, happily ever after. The couple is happily leaving the chapel eternally tied. As the curtain descends, there is nothing but loving and laughter. When the fairy tale ends, the heroine's always a bride. Ella, the girl of the cinders, did the wash and the walls and the winters. When she landed a prince who was brawny and blue-eyed and blonde. Still, I honestly doubt that she could ever have done it without that crazy lady with the wand. Cinderella had outside help. I have no one but thee, fairy godmother, 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 where can you be? I haven't got a fairy godmother. I haven't even got a godmother. I have a mother, a plain, ordinary woman. Snow White was so pretty, they tell us that the queen was insulted and jealous when the mirror declared that Snow White was the fairest of all. She was dumped on the border, but was saved by some men who adored her, like Grant Hugh. They were small, but there were 7 of them, practically a regiment. I'm alone in the night, by myself, not a dwarf, not an elf, not a goblin in sight. That girl had 7 determined little men working day and night just for her. Oh, sure, the queen gave her a poison apple. Even so, she lived happily, happily, happily ever after. A magical kiss counteracted the eventually. Though I know I'm not clever, I'll do what they tell me I have to. I want some happily ever after to happen to me. Rapunzel had platinum dresses that were double the length of her dresses. She was kept in a tower for years by a wicked old witch. Till one night in despair, down she scrambled by letting her hair down. That's what I call quite a switch. I wonder, no, it'll never do. I'll be finished before I begin. And besides, I don't want to get out. I want to get in. I want to live happily, happily, happily ever after. I want to walk happily out of this happily earthly time. For I know that I'll never live happily ever after. Till after I'm a bride. Then I'll be happily happy. Yeah, happily happy. And thoroughly satisfied.
Sir Harry, you are a bully and that tyrant. Just because you won your first, you think that you can...
Now see here! This man is charged with attempting to transport a young woman out of the kingdom against her will. Now that's a serious offense.
He didn't do it. It was a dream-up. You got it all wrong. He was trying to protect the Lady Larkin.
Sir Harry, I can't leave yet. There's someone I must see first.
Who?
The wizard. I want your permission to speak to the wizard. Yes, yes!
No, permission denied.
Sir Harry, you're a fathead.
Yes, you are. He's trying to help. We're all trying to help.
Let me...
How can you help?
By finding out what the test is from the wizard.
That's cheating.
Don't you understand? It's for you too. Let me go to the wizard.
No. If anyone should defy the wizard's magic, I should.
No, no. You must stand guard. It's my job. No. No, you can't go. You can't go, you might get hurt. You can't go in it final.
What's the matter, Papa?
The king mustn't come with us.
I'll get rid of him. Sire, it's time to have that talk with the prince now.
Well, some other time.
Prince Dauntless, your father needs to have that talk with you right now. It's very important.
It is?
It can't be put off. Let's go. Do your duty, sire.
What is it, Papa? What do you want to talk about? Well, Papa? Stop. Look. And listen. Little prince. Boy. Flower. Girl. Flower. Boy, flower, girl, flower. Oh, tell me more. I want to know about what getting married is for. Seed. All. From girl flower. And by, baby flower. Grow. Of that wine. Oh, tell me why. Oh, Father, tell me, Father, don't be shy. Boy flower, girl flower, love each other. Boy flower, father, girl flower, mother. Yes, yes, but how? It's very interesting, but how? Oh, tell me now. Bee on boy flower. Boy flower does. Gets on bee. Bee flies to girl flower. Just touches girl flower. Oh, I see. No, I don't see. It's really interesting, but still not clear to me. Woman is like girl flower. Man is like bee. And like boy flower. Man, that's me. Oh, tell me more. I've got to know about what getting married is for. Sounds like Carrie. Sounds like Carrie. Mary. A man and woman get married. Winifred and White love each other. Night. And then one night. Then one night. It's very interesting what happens in the night. What happens? What happens? Oh, Father, tell me, please. Shall I go and pick some flowers? Shall I go and catch some bees? Princess Winifred and I will get married. And then, one night, the stork. The stork will come and bring us a baby. Oh, Papa, I know all about the stork. Mama told me about that years ago. No! Wait a minute, Father. Flower, seed, man, woman, bee, baby, soul. It isn't a stork. It isn't a stork. It isn't a stork at all.
me, Cartman.
What do you want?
My friend here, the minstrel, is a great admirer of yours.
Got the soft soap, kid. Forget it. No soft soap.
This is not soft soap. Why, I wouldn't say anything except I've been banished.
What?
But before I go,
Oh,
well, I hope this won't embarrass you,
go ahead.
but I just had to tell you what a great artist you are, Cartman.
Don't call me Cartman.
I use that name with honor, sir. Why, I don't think I'll ever forget seeing you in Glastonbury in '92. Oh, what a show! What a triumph! Why, you took 7 curtain calls.
8!
Do you remember a young boy in the second row who stood up and yelled, "Bravo," that night?
Yes!
I was that boy.
I can't believe it.
And I just wanted you to know, if it's any interest to you, it was your inspiration that brought this about.
You must belong to my guild. Put her there. That's Camelot Local 714. To think that someone remembers those days.
Oh, yes. I just wanted you to know what that performance meant to me, Cartman. Well, I'd better be going now.
Wait a minute, Sir Minstrel. Come back. Voila! For you.
Thank you.
Sit down.
No, I don't think the Queen would like it if she knew I was still
The
around.
Queen, forget the Queen. Strictly between the two of us, kid.
Besides, you're probably busy with that test for tomorrow.
Test is all taken care of.
I don't suppose you care to tell an old guild brother what it's all about.
Well, I'm under sort of an oath.
Oh, I understand. I'd better be going now.
Sir Minstrel, may I borrow your handkerchief? Sure. Hey, that's very good. Very good. Some people think my act is kind of foul.
Cartman the Great.
Cartman the Great test. Say, but you can't guess what the test is about.
Astronomy.
Astronomy, you'll never guess. Sensitivity.
Ho, sensitivity, did you hear? Cartman the Great.
Thank you, man. The greatest. I'm going to tell you what the rest of the test is about. You see, what we're going to do with it, kid, is that we're going to... Oh, no, get it.
I'll go. Can I ask one favor first?
What do you want?
Can I have this?
What are you going to do with that?
Because of my father, a memento of the good old days.
Take it, take it.
Thank you, Cartman.
Chester! Come on back.
Thank you, Cartman.
Why not?
That was a wonderful thing you did for that boy, Cartman.
Well, for his father's sake.
Say, I don't actually have to be out of here until daybreak.
Huh?
Why don't you and I go down to the wine cellar, split a bottle, and talk some more.
Right. Splendid idea, splendid. I tell you what, you go ahead. I got something here I got to finish up first, but I'll join in a couple of seconds.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah. Take a dash of oregano here. I'll do it for
What's the matter, Chester? Nothing. Say something funny. Have you ever heard of my father, Sliding Peter Jingle? Is that funny?
I don't know.
My clown's losing his touch. I'd like to think I'm strictly up to date. But at times the dancing gets a bit too frantic in these hectic days of 1428. So indulge me if I pause to raise my chalice to what quaint and charming dance they used to do in the days when my dear father played the fellas back in 1392. My dad was debonair and quite as light as air. In his very soft shoes, how he could dip and glide and skip and slip and slide. In his very soft shoes, I used to stand and watch him every day. He was always smooth and cool. I used to love to hear the people say he's a regular dancing fool. He barely touched the ground and never made a sound. But I noticed in all his reviews that when he took his bow in the crowd went crazy and the house came down when Daddy wore his very soft shoes.
Who's there, friend?
Friend?
Oh.
Oh, I hope. Oh, Harry. Harry, look at me. I was only trying to run away because I thought you didn't love me. I thought you didn't love me. But even if you don't love me, I can't love anyone but you. And I want to be near you, if I can, as long as I can. Oh, Harry, I don't blame you if you've changed.
Well, in a way I have.
1920. And one small pea that I brought up from the pantry up the most killing flight of stairs in the kingdom. There we go. You can come in now. Did you bring everything? The hypnotic mirror?
Yes, madam.
And the rest of the things?
Yes, madam.
Well, and the girl? Where's the girl? Doesn't she know it's past her bedtime? She must be dropping with exhaustion. Oh, there you are. Are you ready for bed? You'll need a good night's sleep because you need to get up early tomorrow to go back to your kingdom or wherever it is you're from. Hypnotic mirror. Where's the incantation? The wizard said there'd be an incantation on
Here
the
it
wrap.
is, Your Majesty.
Oh. Silken swishing sibilance wraps us in a gentle trance. Deep in Morpheus' arms we lie. Off we go to Betty Bye.
You know, I think I'm getting a sty right here.
Puppy and Mangora incense. Drowsy incense, sweet aroma, wraps us in a gentle coma. Murmuring voices seem to say, Mr. Sandman's on his way. Sleeping draught.
Here, madam.
Little extract of opium and warm milk before bedtime, that's what I say. Drink it down. Give it! In case you have trouble drifting off to sleep, I've prepared a special treat for you. Bring on the Nightingale of Samarkand. Well, who has the Nightingale of Samarkand? Ah. All right, bird, sing. You were brought here to put a live princess to sleep, not to wake a dead one. Now let's have a lullaby, birdie. Nice and soft. Yay, verily.
lumps. Watch out! All right, we'll take it from the top. Good night, everybody. Sleep well. Oh, what a beautiful bed. 20 soft, downy mattresses. Oh, I'm gonna sleep like a baby. I'm losing my pants. All right, sheep. I'm ready when you are. 1, 2.
Let Mother fix that, dear.
Leave me alone, Mama. I can dress myself.
Well, far be it from me to interfere, precious.
I can do it.
Why are you wearing that so early this morning?
Well, today is the test, Mama. And I want to look my
The
best.
test, Dauntless, the test is over.
Huh?
The test is over, darling boy.
But, Mama, when was it? What was it?
Last night, we put it to sleep on 20 soft, downy mattresses with a pea underneath the bottom one to test her for sensitivity. A pea would have kept any princess awake.
And she slept?
Well, I'm sure I don't know, but she was practically falling asleep before she got into bed, yawning like a vulgar scullery maid, and she looked ghastly. Old enough to be your well, we'll just have to see.
Oh, Fred!
be here in a minute.
If she didn't pass this test, I'll just kill myself.
Be quiet, here comes the queen.
Someday we'll find a true princess for you, dear. Don't worry. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Your Majesty.
All here to see the princess on her way. Well, since she's such a favorite of ours, I've prepared an extra special consolation prize. Sir Studley? Oh, charming! Charming! Dauntless. Dauntless! Now, where is that little slug of bed? She should be getting an early start. Oh, here she is, and she hasn't even changed yet. Must have slept like a baby.
37,428. 37,429.
37,429 what?
Sheep! What do you stuff your mattresses with? Jousting equipment?
What do you mean?
I mean, that bed ought to be moved down to the torture chamber.
You didn't sleep?
I never shut my eyes.
Oh, you've passed! You've passed!
Past what?
The test! Mama put a pea under 20 mattresses and you felt it. And now we can be married.
Sorry.
A pea under 20 mattresses, huh? No wonder I'm black and blue.
Now don't you think she's pretty?
No, she's not pretty. She's beautiful.
20 mattresses, huh? Dauntless, dear, I'll leave the wedding arrangements up to you. You better start looking around for a small kingdom for us. I got a feeling we aren't going to want to live with the in-laws.
She's going to get cold sleeping on that bare table. I better take her up to her room.
Dauntless, wait.
What should I wait for, Mama?
To take this matter under proper consideration.
She passed the test. And now I have to take her up to our room.
I said wait. Listen to your mother. Throughout this entire ordeal of trying to find you a princess, I never nagged, never interfered, and never asked for one word of sympathy.
Shh, Mama. She's asleep.
I will not stand here and watch you throw yourself away on this little nobody.
Mama, quiet.
I mean, look at her. She may have passed the test, but I wouldn't trust anyone with those shifty little eyes and that mean little mouth.
I told you to shut up!
It happened! It happened! The prophecy! The mouse devoured the horn!
Look! Look, the queen can't talk!
What? What?
I can.
The king is
And I've got a lot to say.
Well, good night.
Unhand that boy, Agravain. Go on, son. All right, Agravain. You asked for it. Now you're gonna get it. From now on, when I say hop, you hop. Hop! Skip! Jump! Hop! Skip! Jump! Hop! Skip! Jump! Hop!
Wow, nice step.
Me too. I have